Pulling in here to Cedar Valley Builders. This is who we're hiring to build our shop. The sun is gone and the cold weather has returned. We actually had some white stuff come down last night, but it's been so warm leading up to it that it really did not do anything. Got it warming up. I gotta get everything off this truck here. Probably leave the racks in it. Kids were playing Nerfs. The noose bombs were over the other night. Mike came over, took a look at the truck with me, and kind of helped me figure out a few things. I know I mentioned in yesterday's video when TQ and I were talking about the wood and then the shop and everything, that we were still waiting on electricity. Well, they literally called and left us a message while we were doing the equipment defender racks yesterday, and said, hey, we're going to be sending our guy out to do a walkthrough, basically to find out what works best for our property. So when we submitted our plans, we wanted to do underground electricity, and we still do. But basically the electric company has to come out and they tell you what is the best option, whether you do a pole or do you go underground. I'm looking for something that's going to work and we're not going to have to maintain constantly, because with the trees, we're always, every time we go there, we have a new tree come down. Diesel's been jumping like crazy once again. 409. Definitely need a receipt. All right. Come on. Pump's not working right today. Electricity looks like it's going to be happening here pretty soon, so that's good. I'm currently on my way out to our should be our last shop build to do some revisions. Simply, we're adding a semi-dock area so that when we back in with the box truck or get deliveries or pickups or anything, we're able to load and unload without having to climb up and out of the box truck. Trust me, it's no fun. So that's going to be one of the biggest changes. And then the other ones you guys will have to wait for. It's more visual stuff, I'll say it like that. And then, yeah, just really talking over our last plan and then getting our date that we're going to be doing the build. And then we have some erosion control we got to do there at the property around the pond, just to control all of that. Really just waiting on the weather to be good enough to plant seed and get that growing. We had our appointment for the actual shop loan and everything. I will say, guys, once you get going in your business and you establish business credit, it's not always best, and this isn't financial advice, you do your own research, I'm just kind of filling you in here. It's not always best to just go to a bank and say, hey, I need a loan, whether that's a commercial loan, a business loan, you know, a personal loan, anything like that. You got to seek out these people that know more than you do, so that you're using your equity, whether that's in your house, our storage facility, our land. All of this gains equity over time, and it is the reason why we don't have a problem taking out loans on stuff like this, because as we're paying down our debt, we're also getting value there that we can use long term to roll into other assets as well. And that's all part of our overall retirement plan, you know, when we hit 55, 60, whatever, whenever we decide to retire. So just make sure you guys, I try to stress this to you because I know a lot of people don't. Make sure you guys are thinking long term, so that you're preparing yourself for whenever that day comes when you can't work. You know, you just want to make sure you're able to live some sort of comfortable life whenever you get to your older age, and be able to take care of yourself. Don't depend on anybody else to do it, especially, not to get political whatsoever, but do not depend on our government to do it for you. You know, I know we have Social Security and retirements and all of that, 401ks, and trust me, that's a whole nother video there. You don't want to depend on any of these government entities. You need to take control yourself and make sure you're planning for what you need to do. Grab our receipt, 86 bucks. I think I still had about a quarter tank. So yeah, just a lot of everything coming to a head right now, which is a good thing. We need to get this stuff done. But I want to stress to you guys as well, be patient. Building something like this, you know, unless you hire like a general contractor or something to handle everything for you, which we do have a GC for the building part of it, it's not as easy as what people think. There's a lot of planning and a lot of thought that goes into this stuff before you just go spending this kind of money on an overall build. So the way their building looks here is almost identical to what our building will look like. Now this one I believe is 140 feet total. We're going to be probably 20 to 30 feet shorter. So pretty much take that end bay off down there, number 4. Take that off, and that will be our overall from that man door up with the office. And then obviously we made our own personal changes as well. But this was a good starting point where they like to start with, and was almost exactly what we were looking for. All right, guys, so David's working on our drawings and getting me some final numbers and everything. So I took this opportunity to kind of I wanted to show you the shop. If you didn't see the previous video that we did a little while ago, I just wanted to show you kind of like this. This isn't exactly, but it's pretty close to what our shop will end up looking like. And we still got hoops and things we got to jump through with zoning and everything, but we're going to get all that figured out. But this is pretty much overall. So this was an extension he put on once he built his original shop, because like always, you outgrow it. So I believe this was 24 by 47 or 48. And then this was the original building over here. And this is 48. And I believe this right here was right around 60 feet in this general area. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong there. But yeah, you can see, I mean, you can put a pickup truck in here, no problem, trailer in here, no problem. They do a lot of custom wood. So that's what they mainly do in this area here, like big beams. And I mean, they're constantly, every time I've been here, they've been working on a custom wood project. But we're gonna do same thing, 14-foot ceilings. The garage doors, I love how they angle up if you pick that up. And then obviously we'll have motors on them. His don't all have motors, only certain ones. But you know, we have some changes there as well. This building has the heated radiant floor throughout the whole entire thing. He highly recommended that. So I think we're definitely going to do that. You know, basically in the concrete here, there's plumbing that goes through the whole thing, and it heats the whole entire building. It feels good in here. The thing I liked is he said there's thermostats in each room. So he can have the office at 70, he can have this area at 60, and then his, you know, cold storage, he can still even keep it at 50 or whatever, that if he needs to go in there, and he can close it all off in sections if he needs to as well. So right now it's 65 in here. I walk in here, I don't know if I'll really be able to show you, but this is all the plumbing. So these are all of the water lines, and you can shut each individual one off if you had a real big issue, but all those lines go into this concrete and heat everything. Kind of get closer here for you. Maybe you'll be able to pick it up. Very cool. So talking about this, we either have to have gas or propane, which in our area out there, it's very rural. I got to look into propane costs. I guess you could say if we get one of those big tanks on the side, how long will it last, what it'll cost to fill it up, and you know, how much we'll use. He said it's really efficient for his area here. Works really, really well. And then they're working in the office today, so I'm not going to bother them in there. You can check out the previous video to see that area. But overall, pretty much exactly the same. I think these were 12 by 12 doors. One of our doors is going to be smaller for basically like the box truck. It'll have the bumper pad and all that. We'll be able to back right up to it. It'll go down in just like the one we snowplow. And then, yeah, I don't want to ruin all the details. I just wanted to kind of show you whenever it's, you know, all said and done. Nice truck, really nice. It'd be nice to be able to have an area that's heated to wash trucks and to keep equipment clean. And we'll probably keep that separate from the main area, but yeah, pretty darn cool. Definitely have to have a tow motor inside. That'll be nice. And yeah, just be able to work inside and get things done, and yeah, be active, I guess you could say. But I wanted to show this to you real quick, kind of give you an idea. I guess I could walk back here and show you towards the front as well. These beams are absolutely massive. We got some wood features we worked into ours. I'd love to do something huge like this. Like, those are massive. But gives you an idea from the back as well. And I know this looks huge and some of you may think it's overkill, but we have, you know, a media room we want to do. I want to be able to put a weight room there. I want to be able to have a restroom, small little kitchen area, the office area. We need storage for the product line as it grows, an area for the landscaping, lawn care business, and yeah, just everything that we do as a business. We want to bring it all into one area so we can utilize the space. So I'm going to go back in here and talk with David. Just wanted to show you guys that. All right, just left Cedar Valley Builders. Really good productive meeting. It's just jumping through the hoops, guys, and getting everything done. Like, you would not believe how much stuff you have to do just to you know, put a building on your property. But I get it from their standpoint, but man, we've really made things complicated over the years. Yeah, I digress there, I guess you could say. So next step, we have our plans and we have our final pricing. We know exactly what we want to do. All right, so I got through the intersection. Now is where things really get crazy from the way I understand it, is we have our permit from our local, and now you have to go to the county, which is the big boy. So basically like the big government. And this is where things can get complicated, and everything you've done and thought you've done the way you want it can get redirected. I'll say it like that. So they can basically say yes or no, and or tell us, you know, what else we need to do, if there's any fire codes or firewalls, or I'm trying to do everything where it's under the size where any of that is required, and that has hiccups in and of itself, trying to figure all that out. Because guys, I'm telling you right now, if you want to build like a commercial building like that, for example, or like that big one over there or back there, they get extremely pricey really quick. For a building like I just showed you, to do fire, you know, all that inside of that building, once you get over a certain square footage, it can be hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm not kidding you one bit. So that's why if you ever looked around and you see a lot of like smaller buildings on properties or, you know, on sites, it's probably because they were trying to get around the fire side of things, I guess you could say. So smaller square footages don't require firewalls, which a firewall technically is a block concrete wall, sort of say, from floor to ceiling. Fire rated door, fire rated garage door, whatever. Drywalls fall into account there as well for certain fire rating stuff. But like, I could sit here and explain a lot of this to you guys and gals, but until you really hop into it for yourself, you know, millions of different things are going to jump up, and it really comes down to what you're trying to achieve and, you know, get your building for. And like, at times, guys, like, it's like, hey, we should just buy something. Like, it's very, I won't say it's exhausting, but it's stuff that I don't have the time to really focus on, like a build. Like, people that built new homes, man, like, I'll tell you what, you know, my hat's off to you guys. You know, it's a ton of work. You don't think of the little things like garage door openers and thermostats and electrical and plumbing and, you know, just a million things that go into an overall build, whether that's residential or commercial or whatever. All right, guys, so taking a peek at Noah's setup he's got going on here. Everything's on the inside, as you see. Backpack blowers, you got to grab everything from the inside. Trimmers. So yeah, we talked about that in the last video. We can't go on the outside because then you become too wide, and yeah, we don't need the cops on us.
No, I'm no wider than the mirror.
So Noah put these like little brackets up underneath for support. I think that works out pretty darn well.
Yeah.
So dropping the truck off here.
But if we go straight, just cut an angle, straight, go straight up, and then just take this and move it to the side.
Okay, actually, I mean, we could probably leave. Well, no, we'll need something for now. I plan on getting rid of those though, because they're a pain in the rear.
Well, I'll just cut this and put it on the side and weld it on then.
Okay. All right, guys. So real quick, we're gonna make this one's pretty sturdy.
We'll just do a bolt through it.
Yep, bolt through to give her some extra support. But if we go to sell the truck, somebody can take that bolt out and still have access to this gate. And then we're gonna come straight on across here, and so we'll be able to put the other racks on there that we want to. Right, Noah?
Yeah. Because then you'll have your full sides. You could do 2 blowers. You could do your weed eaters, string. Yeah. You'll have plenty of room. And you'll still be able to step up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a plan?
Yep. Oh, your gas tank's in the middle. That's why.
Yeah, I told you that. So get this. Noah's and Mike's gas tanks on their Isuzus are on the passenger side. Mine is on the driver's side.
Where's yours?
This one is is this one the 07 or 01? I don't remember.
This ain't this 01. That's
01?
why.
Oh, my other one's a 13. That's right.
My 7 here in the shop. That one's in the middle.
Okay. So that one's in the middle too, huh?
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Well then.
So they probably just switched it to run out to this side, right? Well, I mean, the hole's there.
It's probably factory.
Huh. I don't know. That's where it's at, and I ain't moving it.
No.
So that's why I was thinking gas cans on this side, like I've always done.
Okay, do you want both sides flat on the back, and then you could do gas can?
I think that's fine.
Okay. Then we'll just flat on both sides, and then everything painted black.
Cool. Sounds like a plan. So tomorrow, get it back, 24-hour return?
I don't know about that. I need to have it sit in the shop for at least 12 hours to warm up.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be cold.
This metal's too cold.
It's ridiculous out here.
We're gonna pull it in today and then probably sand it. I'll sand it tomorrow while the guys are working.
Okay.
And hopefully by the end of the day start painting. So I don't know what day it is.
Tuesday, Noah. Tuesday.
Wednesday, Thursday. I'll probably pick up Friday.
All right, don't kill yourself over it. If you need anything, holler at me. All right, so we got a plan. That's the plan.